Hi Flosstube, it's Bernie here from Hooking and Stitching. Today is Monday the 3rd of January 2022 and I'm here with a Flosstube extra. This is my WIP Parade for the beginning of the year. I'm here joined at the moment with the lovely Darcy, who insisted on joining me, didn't she? Cried at the door because I closed it, so she had to come in and join us, and she's not looking very impressed about being on camera, are you? You stop purring. And yes, that is her up there behind me in the picture, because she's my baby. So I've got a lot to get through. I've been counting up over the past couple of days all of my my WIPs and working out what my plans are and what I want to achieve in 2022. I did mean to film this video about a week ago, but I've not been very well. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I've been full of cold and I'm still waiting for test results to see if I've got COVID or had COVID, because I've had a terrible temperature, cough, sneezing, runny nose, aches, pains, and I've done nothing but sleep as well. I've been sort of at night 10 to 12 hours solid, which is completely unlike me. So I did a COVID test on Friday and sent it off, and I'm still waiting for the results. So I'm actually in isolation at the moment. I can't go out. So I haven't been to see my ponies. I haven't been able to go and do any shopping or buy any food. So fingers crossed that test result's going to come through today. They've said you have to give it 96 hours before you can chase. And I did double check they received my test Friday night, which was New Year's Eve. Yeah, I didn't celebrate New Year's Eve. In fact, the whole family's not been very well. We heard the fireworks going off while we were cleaning sick out of my daughter's bedroom, where she'd coughed so much she'd thrown up. So yeah, we've all been a bit sicky. So this is the best I've felt in several days. So excuse me if I do cough or sneeze. I've got a glass of water here to try and help get me through it, but I keep saying to myself I need to film my WIP Parade, I need to film it, because I've obviously been sitting around doing stuff with my WIPs because there's nothing else to do while you're in isolation, and I don't want to make too much progress before showing you what they're like at the start of the year. I do have a stitch count for all of my bigger pieces for the beginning of the year, so I can tell you what stitch count they were at. This is also for me, so that at the end of the year I can come back and have a look at this and know exactly how many stitches I've done for the whole year, if I haven't kept a very good track of it. So I've got a Darcy cat on my lap. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. There she is. Purring away. She's not normally one for sitting on laps actually, so it's quite unusual. She's probably going to get in my way now. But yeah, I'm going to go through my WIPs. There are 16 at the moment. I did have a New Year New Start, and that is included in the 16. I did have 16 at the end of the year, but I finished one on New Year's Eve, so I just substituted for another new one. And they're from all sorts of different designers. Sorry if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. But yeah, let's get on with it and show you what I'm working on. Are you happy there? She's very purry. She's very good when I'm not very well. We call her medical detection cat. She knows if you're not very well, and she will come and snuggle. I woke up with her on my head this morning, where she was sort of snuggling up with me. And you just want to be close, don't you? So anyway, I'll try and not let her distract you with this fluff everywhere. I can feel the fluff coming off of her. It's a good job half of my projects have got cat fluff involved. Right, so the first one I want to talk about is my biggest and oldest project to date. And I actually found my cover picture. I actually found it while I was looking for some stuff. This is My Darling by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Irina Garmashova. I started this project in 2018, in May 2018. So it's coming up for its 4-year anniversary in May this year. And this is my piece for this year's Full Coverage Fanatics 22,000 in 2022. I'm doing this on 18 count easy count fabric, 2/1 full crosses. So being full crosses, sorry, there's another cat at the door, I can hear him scratching. I can't have the door shut with him in here though, because he'll just constantly want to come out, so I'm going to ignore him. So the stitch count on this one was 116,800. In my last video, you will note that if you've watched me regularly, I said that I actually got this one to the position of 22,000 stitches exactly left to do. And I did do some work on this one yesterday, but at the start of the year, this was on 94,800 stitches, which is about, I think it was 81% complete. I did 900 and something stitches on it yesterday, but I'm going to show you where I'm at with it and what I've got left to do. Now I have moved my scroll frame. I'll try not to hit the cat as I do this. So here is where we're at. And yesterday I was working down here. This is the very bottom corner of the chart. So I've now done 3 corners of this chart and I'm working my way along the bottom, and I've just got that bottom corner left to fill in. That will be the 22,000 stitches, although it's now 21,000 stitches because I did nearly 1,000 yesterday. I can't wait to have this finished. It's my favourite piece, my very first full coverage, my first Heaven and Earth design, and yeah, 4 years I've been working on this. Cannot wait to have it on my wall. But I'm also going to be slightly sad when it's finished because I've had it for so long. Oh, are you getting off, cat? There she goes, she's gone. I can move again. I'm going to be quite sad when it's done because I've enjoyed working on it so much. I mean, I took a lot of advice when I was picking my first Heaven and Earth designs. You can see my face. That you should pick something that you love because they take so long. They're such hard work. They cost a lot. I mean, this cost me over £100 to kit up. Not including my frame. My husband bought me my frame as a present, a birthday present a few years ago. But yeah, the fabric, the floss and the chart came to £100. And I've been determined, you know, with spending that much money on cross stitch, it had to be something that I absolutely love. And as you'll see, I'm a lover of ragdolls. Irena Garmashova herself has this ragdoll. I'm always frightened I'm going to butcher his name, Motya, if I'm saying that right, Irena, I don't know. I know he's a boy, and she's the cat that a lot of, if you see, this is a seal colour point ragdoll. If you see one of those in her artwork, it's her cat, Motya. And you can see the love for him coming out in the pictures, but I share that same love for ragdolls, so this had to be my first piece. It really did. I absolutely adore it. Because I've got, if you watch me regularly, you'll know, but I've got 3 ragdolls. Darcy up there, who you've just seen, and then there's Bailey, who's scratching at the door right now, and Mitzi's over there laying on the bed at the moment as well. But they are my babies. I can see why this is called my darling. That's what I call Darcy, my darling. And yeah, I have as much love for this project at the moment as I have for my cats. But yeah, the aim for this year is to finish it. And then I will complete the 22,000 in 2022 project with full coverage fanatics. This will be the first year that I actually managed to do that challenge. I tried last year, but you'll see I didn't make it. About halfway through the year I knew I wasn't going to make it. I've set myself a goal of 2,200 stitches a month on this piece, with the aim to have it done within 10 months. That way I've got a couple of months leeway in case there is a month where I don't get as much done on it for whatever reason. Sometimes, you know, life gets in the way. But I am also thinking I'm going to use this for Mania this year. In the month of May, I think I'll do Monogamania and work on this solidly for May, and that should give me, you know, a really good chunk done. But yeah, I'm working, so I've just completed this bit here at the bottom, and then I've just got this bottom corner here to finish, and then she'll be done. But that's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to finish it. But those of you who know that do these full coverage, you know what I mean. Desperately want to finish it, but at the same time you don't want it to be over because it's been such a wonderful journey to stitch on this. So that's My Darling by Heaven and Earth Designs, my oldest and biggest WIP. Moving on. So, next, where is it? I can't remember where it is. I'm not going to go through these in any particular order. I'm just going to pick up the next one that's on the pile. I've got a combination of project bags for some and plastic wallets for others, because I've not got enough project bags yet to do them all. But this is my teeny weeny project bag. This was a project that I finished, I want to say the year before last actually, and I turned it into a project bag. And this is where I house the rest of them. So that's Teeny Weeny by Plum Street Samplers, and a lot of you will recognise it's the Dash Hound projects. I love these. My husband has a thing about dash hounds, but I'm not a fan of dogs. But I do like stitching them. So in this particular project bag houses the one I'm working on at the moment, which is Jeans and Weenies, which is the American one. I particularly like stitching on this on the 4th of July. But I need to do more work on it, because it would be good to get this finished this year, and I think I should get it finished this year. So this is where this one is at. You can see I've completed the fire hydrant and one of the dogs and a few of the motifs, but I've got quite a bit to do left on this one. This is a 32 count cream or ivory even weave, I do believe. It's not the called for, it's something I had in my stash, and I thought that'll do. It works just right, really. Doesn't need to be anything special for this one. I will probably turn this one into a project bag. I have turned, you'll see, there's another one I've completed, Winter Wienerland. I've turned that into a project bag as well, which is probably what I'll do with all of them. I do plan to stitch them all, I do like them, and I'd like the full set. You'll see in my plans the next one I want to start, and I do have another chart. I think I've got yellow polka dot bikini, I think that's how you say it, the summer version where the dogs are in bikinis. I've got no plans to start that one this year, but you never know, I might, we'll see. But yeah, Jeans and Weenies, I'd like to try and get this finished this year, because I've had it as a WIP for too long. I'm absolutely covered in cat fluff. I am using most of the called for on this one. Apologise if you can hear screaming, that's my son. He's playing a computer game and he gets very vocal. He is autistic, and whilst he absolutely hates loud noises, he is the loudest person in this house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm doing most of the called for. I think I did substitute a couple, because I think it mostly calls for oh, I've got my list here, what we're doing. Yeah, I've got some Gentle Arts in there, some Classic Colourworks and some Weeks, and then I've substituted some DMC as well. Just what I had in my stash, basically. I didn't particularly kit this one up. So that's Jeans and Weenies. Next, in one of the first project bags I made, actually, and this one is very good considering it's one of my first. I had a little error there where I had to re-stitch the corner because I didn't quite catch it, but otherwise that wasn't a bad attempt as a project bag. And this one houses my opening Gambit. For some reason I don't have a picture of the cover, but I know I have one on my computer, so I'll pop a picture in here of what it's supposed to look like and show you where it's at now. So this is where opening Gambit is for the start of the year. On this one I have a total of 6,440 stitches completed, and it's about 20%, I think. Might even be getting close to 25% complete, and I absolutely love it. I'm doing this in, so if I remember before, look, is it 3809? It is 3809, yes. I always forget the colour number, but yeah, it's 3809. This gorgeous like tealy blue. And I'm doing it on 32 count Silver Moon even weave by Swigart. Sorry, I can hear the shouting coming from downstairs. I do have all doors shut, but he is very loud. But yeah, looking forward to working on this. I don't know if I'll get this finished this year, probably not, but I would like to see it at least 50% complete for the year. It is my very first long dog sampler, and it won't be my last. They are fantastic to work on. The charts are gorgeous. I did hear, I think it was Elaine, I was watching Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher yesterday, talking about long dog samplers, and you don't notice things until you're stitching them. There are so many hidden details in the charts, and you'll be stitching away and you'll go, oh my god, that's a mouse, and you haven't seen that when you've looked at the chart. It's just really quite uncanny the way things just sort of appear out of the chart at you, and you see all these little secret details, and that's what I love about my log dog, yeah, those hidden surprises. So that's WIP number 3. Okay, what have I got next? This is one of my newer project bags that hasn't yet got a zipper pull because I need to make one. This is my fox bag. And this one houses Light by Brenda Gervais. This was a free chart on Brenda Gervais' website, and I just really liked it. I thought it was pretty, so I'm stitching it. But I've done a few changes to this one, as you'll see. I'm doing it on fabric that I had in stash, and I've changed some of the colours so that they would pop a bit more on the fabric. So I'll show you where this one's at. So there we go, let's put something behind the shell. So far I've just got like the fox's head and part of her dress. But yeah, I'm doing this on 32 count mauve by Zweigart, and I changed some of the dress colours because the dress colours were very much this colour. So I changed those to make it pop a little bit more. No plans to finish this one this year, no urgency. It's just something I work on when I fancy working on it. And it's a nice little cute stitch. It didn't cost me anything except for stitched it from stash, and it was a free chart, so just a nice WIP to have. I think there's a few free charts on Brenda's website, so pop on over there and have a look. But yeah, I particularly like this one. My little girl is in Fox's class at school, so she particularly likes this one. Just thinking actually, while I'm looking at it, it'd probably make a nice teacher gift at the end of the school year for Fox's class, maybe. I don't know if it'll be ready by then or if I'll be bothered. It's quite big for a teacher gift, we'll see. But yes, that's Light. I always want to call it Bright. I don't know why, but no, it's called Light by Brenda Gervais. So I'm tidying as I go, otherwise I'll have a big mess to tidy up. So I am putting things back in the bags as I go along with them. Okay, some empty wallets. They need filling, don't they? Empty wallets. Right, this is the very first project bag I ever made. And this is my little farmyard fabric bag with the pink polka dot top. And this is housing my very first Nora Corbett. I'm working on Snapdragon. This, I believe, was my birthday start this year. My birthday's in June. I've never done Nora Corbett, I've never done a Mirabilia. I've had no inclination to do them. The huge fancy ladies never really appealed to me, but I saw this chart and the Nora Corbetts are smaller, and I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's see how we feel about it. And I actually am really enjoying it. The worst part about this is the paper chart, and it's very small. So I've been like photocopying it and blowing it up in order to, I mean, my eyesight's pretty good. I don't wear glasses or contacts, and I tend to be able to see small things quite well. But the charts for these are very, very small, and so yeah, I have to photocopy it and blow it up in order to see the chart a bit easier. This has got blends in it. First time I've done blends, and it's also got beads, although I have beaded before. But I treated myself to that for my birthday. I'm doing this on 32 count willow green fabric, and this is where I'm at so far. So I'm actually quite far on with this. I haven't done any of the back stitching or the beading yet, but I think I will get this finished this year. That's the intention, because there's another Nora Curl I want to start, and I'd like to finish this before I start the next one, and I'll mention which one I'm thinking of in my plans. But yeah, I love the colours in this, the purples and the pinks, and I just think it's so pretty, and it'll look even better when all the beads and things are on. There's no metallics in this one, just the beads and the blends. But yeah, that's quite far on really. Not got too much more to do. Just finish the bottom of the dress, backstitch and bead, and yeah, I really do like this one. I think the fabric's lovely as well. This is gorgeous. That is quite true. It's gorgeous light green, like pale green. I think it works nicely on that. The colours pop nicely. Did have issues with this one when I first started it. I went wrong. I had to frog quite a lot, but we're way past that now. She's not in timeout anymore. So, excuse me, I can feel my throat. Yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember now. But yeah, the plan is to finish this year, because I don't have another Nora Curl bit yet, but I have plans for my next one, because I bought some fabric and I think it'll look nice on that. So let's pop this away. I do have all the beads and everything in my little bag here. Made them rattling. There's only 2 colours, so those 2. Some seed beads and some size 8 glass beads, which are a little bit bigger. Look forward to putting those on. I'm a little bit nervous about putting them on as well, which is silly because I have beaded before, but I think because this is such a nice project, it feels a bit delicate, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's pop those away in there. Right. My next project, I'm going to have it introduced by somebody else because it's for them. I have 2 projects in my arsenal, is that the right word? That are for my children, and my children absolutely love YouTube and are desperate to be involved. So I'm going to go and fetch one of them now so they can introduce their project, and we'll do that one next. So hold please. Right, you want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
Aria.
Aria, and how old are you, Aria?
6.
6. And how old are you going to be this year?
7.
7 this year, that's right, isn't it? And what project is Mummy doing for you?
Unicorn.
Unicorn. Shall we show everybody the picture of the unicorn? I'm going to hold that up to the camera. So, this... Oh, shall we cover Mummy's face and not your face? So this is Unicorn Spring. It's the mini version by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's artwork by David Penfound. And that's the cover picture. Shall we do a close-up? So it's a very pretty one. And where's this going to go when it's finished?
In my bedroom?
Yes, in your bedroom. So, this was last year's Full Coverage Fanatics 21 in 21, and I didn't make it. This is where... Ooh, is it covering you up? So this is where this one is at. She's trying to... So we've done quite a bit on this one, haven't we? We've got a total of... Oh, let's have a look at this. 31,483 stitches completed on this one.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, isn't it? But it's about a third of the way done. So still got... Can you see? Still got to work all the way down here, haven't we? So the very top is all done. And this one's got a bit of a cough as well. Haven't you?
Yeah.
But the very top is all done. And I've started working on the unicorn on your request, didn't I? And
Yeah.
do you like the pretty unicorn needle minder as well, don't you? You see that? Yes, that one up there. Very pretty, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So how much do you think Mummy can get done on this year?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Maybe the whole bottom.
About halfway?
Yeah.
Yeah? We'll see if we can do that then. So we need to get to about 50% complete. Yeah? That's the goal.
Or more.
Or more. There you go, or more.
50 or more.
50% or more. Okay, I'll try and do that this year then. That's Mummy's task. Oh, we've got a baby cat up there. Right, you can go and play again, okay?
I want to see here.
No, you're not staying.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Make sure you shut the door behind you.
Bye.
So that was Unicorn Spring, Heaven and Earth design. So it's at 31,483 stitches at the moment. And I've got to get it to 50%. So there we go. Right, my son was going to come and introduce his project, but he's currently playing Fortnite with his dad and said no, he doesn't want to do it. I have a cat. I can show you. Cat in the window. This is Bailey, one of my other rag dolls. Oh, camera shy. Oh. There we go. Ooh. Right, so my son's project. I did show this last time. You'll know straight away by the bag. This is my baby Yoda bag that I made, especially for this project. I haven't worked on this since you last saw it, but I'll show you where it's at the moment. So this is the cover picture. Baby Yoda, Grogu. This was on Etsy. I can't remember the name of the... Oh, I think I've got it written down. Author Embroidery Design. And at the start of the year, I'm on 2,333 stitches. About 8% complete, I think. It's about 17,000 stitches in the whole thing. Yeah, that I can't remember. My brain isn't working quite as well as it needs to. So this is being stitched on 32 count fabric flare, which is my first piece of fabric flare fabric, which is a printed fabric. So on the back it's plain, but on the front we have this gorgeous design. Let's put something behind it, shall we? So that's not really helping, is it? So you can see I've been working from the top down. I worked my way up to the top, so the stitches there at the bottom were the very middle. Worked my way up to the top, and then I'm sort of filling it in top to bottom. But I couldn't resist working on Baby Yoda. You can see the top of his ear, and that's his eye, and around his face. And I love working on this, and I think this fabric is absolutely perfect for it. And this is... I am sorry, I can hear a cat growling. She's not happy. Bailey's jumped on the bed with her. Yes, this is supposed to be stitched on like just a navy blue plain fabric, and if you can see there's like stars around the outside of his pod, but I'm missing out those stars. I'm just stitching it on this fabric that's already got the stars on it, so I'm just stitching the centre. It is super cute. Sorry, there's some loose threads. And this is for my son. It's going to go in his bedroom. He is a Mandalorian fan. We all are. We love watching it. I need to watch the latest book of Boba Fett. That's what we need to... We're planning on starting to watch at some point. Maybe watch some of that later on. But yeah, I think this is super cute. Plans for this, it would be nice to finish. If not, definitely need to get over halfway. At least 50%, if not more. It's only 17,000 stitches. Only 17,000 stitches. But yeah, that is that one. Draft. I feel I'm a bit cold somewhere. Sorry, excuse the rattling. I'm just going to put it away in its bag so that it's a bit neater for me to clean up later. There you go. Right. Next. So, I've been doing the Brooks Books Houses for All Seasons, and I'm currently working on Spring House. I have completed Autumn House and Winter House, and I have showed the finishes on my Flosstube beforehand in previous episodes. I've got these mounted just as like a flat ornament, and then they're on an easel and they're on my desk at work. So the plan is to change it out every 3 months according to the season that we're in. So at the moment on my desk at work is Winter House. I need this one by the beginning of March. So that is the plan for this one, finished by the beginning of March. I'm stitching this on 14 count light blue Ada. Let's just move my needle minder a little bit. And this is where she's at. So the last time you saw it, I'd done the roof and I'd done some of this tree, and I've been working on filling in the house, and it's looking good. It's a nice easy stitch, this one. It's a paper chart, but that's fine. I've been using my highlighters on it just to mark my progress on it. And it's the white on the light blue that's a little bit harder to see. But because it is a very light blue fabric. It's showing up quite true actually, that. Sorry, somebody's getting very frustrated with this game. I do apologise for the shouting. I can only ask them to be so quiet. What else have I got to say about Spring House? Not an awful lot, I just need to get it worked on. And I say I want it finished by finished and fully finished by the beginning of March, so hopefully I will meet that goal. But I suppose so long as I get it finished before the end of June, because Summer House is needed for July, August, September. Is that right? No. June, July, August would be summer, wouldn't it? I can't remember. March, April, May this one will be up. So yeah, the other one comes out in June. Yeah, I'm so confused at the moment. You see my brain's just not working as well as it should do. But that is Summer House by Brooks Books. I don't know if these are still available. I got this from Craftsy. But yeah, I must admit, last time I looked, I didn't see these available. I don't know whether she's taken them down, but they are quite old. This is from 2004, I believe. No, sorry, 2013. 2004, where have I got that from? 2013 these were released. But that's 9 years, isn't it? It's quite a while. So, let's put that away. But yeah, I need to get that finished in the next couple of months. So what else have I got to show you? Let's go to the next one down. This one was a fairly new start. This is by Kitty and Me Designs, Cats and Mandalas. And this is the January version. So it's appropriate that I'm working on this in January. When I showed this in my last video, I commented that I dug it out to start, and then I realised I didn't have most of the called for colours at all, except the black. So I've not done any work on it since you last saw it. I do have the remaining colours on order, except for there's some Krynic. I'm going to substitute it for Petite Treasure Braid. Yeah, that's the only thing I've not got on order yet. But this is my start. So that's the very centre. I had that dark blue colour, and then I started the cat, which is in black, and then I should get this finished this year. Don't know when, but I will be working on it on and off. But I'd like to do them all. There's 12. This is January. I won't do them all this year, but I did like this. She's got some gorgeous designs. Go and check her out. She's on Etsy. She's also available on 123 Stitch, which is actually where I first saw one of her charts. It was on an email from 123 Stitch, and I was like, oh, I've not seen that chart before. I've not heard of Kitty and Me Designs before. So yeah, one of the lesser known designers, but yeah, she's got lots of animal related mandala type charts, patterns, geometric designs, that sort of thing. Oh, in fact, there they are. So yeah, these are the ones that I'm stitching, the cats and mandalas. And yeah, that's the one I've got at the moment. Excuse me, my voice is going again. But as you can see, I think I particularly like the which one's for Yeah, that's October. Halloweeny one, that was quite nice. And then yeah, some beautiful summery colours for the summer months. Yeah, I like those. They're pretty. And they're fun as well. Not too much stitching in the chart. I will crack on as soon as all the rest of the colours arrive. I ordered those like mid last week, but I suppose with New Year and everything, I'm hoping they might come tomorrow. I got a dispatch notice on Thursday and it's only coming from a UK company, so hopefully they will arrive soon. But yeah, Kitty and me cats and mandalas. I'm sure you will see one of these. As I complete one, I will be starting another one until I've done all 12, so I'm sure you'll be seeing these for the next few years. But yeah, you know me, anything with a cat on it. So that's that one. I'm just going to have another sip of water. Right, next on the pile is my very first Janine Douglas. This is Janine Douglas in the blue flower. Janine McGowan. Where did I get? Why did I say Janine? No, I don't know. Janine McGowan, the blue flower, and I'm doing Quilting Bee. I just loved this when it first came out and people were working on it. It was 2018 it came out, so I was a fairly new stitcher back then. But I bought this for myself last year. I found it on eBay, bidded and won, which was great. I do want to do some more of hers. They are nice. And I like the colours in it as well. They're very muted but pretty at the same time. I'm using the DMC conversion for virtually all of it except for the wings, which I have done in the cold fall, but I must admit it's not as variegated as I hoped for. It's Mountain Mist by Gentle Arts, but mine's not particularly variegated, so I think I probably could have got away with the DMC, but never mind. I've bought variegated now. There's a piece of paper behind it. So that's where this is at now. I've done the torso of the bee, its head, and I've completed one of the wings. And I'm working my way down its abdomen, and I will put the other wing in soon. I should be able to finish this year, you would hope. I don't plan on it languishing for a year. And I do have plans to perhaps turn this into like a tote bag or something. I think that would be nice. I think it lends itself to that sort of thing. But yeah, so that's variegated in the wing. I can't see the variegation. I don't know if you can. Although I must admit I'm guilty of not stitching one stitch at a time, because I could barely see any variegation, so I just thought, sod it. And stitched as I usually do, along the row one way, then along the row the other way. One leg then the other. But yeah, it's pretty. I'm doing this on 32 count. I think this is platinum. I don't think this is mushroom, I think this is platinum. I struggle to tell the difference. But yeah, it's pretty. My brother came round while I was stitching on this and he said, "Is that a wasp? Are you stitching a wasp?" No, it's not a wasp. I wouldn't stitch one of those evil foul creatures. It's a lovely bee. Sorry, I'm dropping everything on the floor here. Excuse me. So pop that away. So the Blue Flower Quilting Bee by Janine McGowan. Jeanette Douglas is somebody, that's another designer entirely, isn't it? Right. This next one I can't remember when I started it, but I do know who encouraged me to start it, because she's still stitching it herself, and it's beautiful and it needs finishing. This is High Hopes by Just Nan, and I was inspired to get this one by Sarah, the Stitching Mommy, over in America. This isn't a particularly readily available chart here in the UK, so it became something of a unicorn chart for me, and I had an eBay search set up for it, because none of the UK sellers that we normally use seem to have it or seem to stock it. And I suppose I might be able to reach out to one of them and say, could you get it for me? But I put an eBay search on. That's a tip for you. If there's a chart you're ever after, put it in search on eBay, and then you can press save this search, And then every time somebody puts something up for sale that's got those search words, so obviously I put just Nan High Hopes, it will send you an email to say that somebody's listed it. I've got searches in there just under Plum Street Samplers, and what have I got in there? I've got another one as well. I can't think now what the other one is. Anyway, Little House Needleworks, I think I've got a search in for that. So anything that gets uploaded with that in the title somewhere, I get an email to say they're in stock and I go and have a look at it. But yeah, this one did eventually ping up. It was months later, but it eventually pinged up, and I actually got it quite reasonably. I don't think other stitchers were particularly bothered about it at the time, or I just struck really lucky. But I got a genuine copy, complete with the charm. It has in it a little bird bath charm that goes in the centre. So yeah, this one, it's not a huge chart. I need to finish it this year, but let's see where we're at. I've not worked on this for quite a while, and I am using all the called for. It's all DMC. Let's just move my needle minder out the way. So, put something behind it. Here's where it's at. So I'm not doing too badly. Top is all done, and I'm working my way down. There's a lot of confetti in this. You'll get like lots of little bits of this colour, little bits of that colour. So it is a bit time consuming. I think the only thing I've not done that's called for, I just remembered, is the white. It calls for pearl cotton for the white, and it was actually Sarah, Stitching Mummy, that said she didn't bother. She just used we're using 5200. I'm either using B5200. I think I am using B5200. I don't think I'm using blank. I think I'm using B5200. And it works absolutely fine. It looks fine. It works on the fabric. Now this is mushroom. 32 count mushroom Lugana. Not Lugana, Murano. It'd be 28 count Murano, Lugana, wouldn't it? It's 32 count mushroom Murano. Because I had a thing with this one, because I did actually buy that green fabric with the possibility of doing this on that, but I had a bit of a vote on my channel and said, you know, what do people think, and it was agreed that the mushroom would probably work better, and I agreed. So that's where that one's at. I want to finish this year. There you go, you heard it here. I want to finish this year, because I would like to frame this and have it up here in my bedroom. As is what I plan to do with all my cat related pieces, except my darling. My darling's going in the living room because I've spent too long on that one for it to sit up here where not many people will see it. Right, let's pop this away. Right, how many have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 more to show. No, maybe 5. 5 or 6. So next, again, I think I started this last year, but I'm not entirely sure. I remember getting it as a Christmas present. Definitely not last year's Christmas present. Although we're in, not last year, not the year before, I think it might have been the year before that. But this is, I can't say the French, I don't speak French. Patchwork Cats, I call it, by Jardin Privé. And it's this cute little cat chart. I also want to do, there's a sister piece to this one called Cat Lovers that I would like to have as well. I think it's very cute. It's cat based, so of course I've got to stitch it. I have changed some of the colours on this one. I wasn't keen on the dark red and the orange and the brown in there. So I changed it so it would suit my colour scheme more. The colour scheme in here is going, when we do eventually painting it, it's still white, but it'll be white, grey and blush pink. So I changed the colours up to go with that. So this is on 32 count white opalescent, and that's where I'm at. So about a third of the way done on this one, and this is another one I need to finish this year. I do need to finish this year. So I think I've kept the greens as called for and the blues, but I changed the browns to a grey in the cats, and then the orange and red were a red and a pink, a dark pink and a light pink, just so it would suit my decor a little better. I don't think you can see the sparkle in the fabric. I don't think it's oh, maybe a little bit. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, you see the sparkle in the fabric there. So yeah, it's my first time working on opalescent. It's fine. I like it. It's not a problem. Yeah, I think it just works nicely. But yeah, I need to get back to this one. I haven't stitched on this one for a while. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I've been tempted by other projects, so I need to excuse me, I need to get this one out. But yeah, that's Patchwork Cats, or Patchwork Chats. If you say the French version, I can't say the French version. I did German at school, I didn't do French. But yeah, pleased with that one. Just needs working on. Maybe I'll bring that out after I've done my monthly goal on my darling. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I'm dropping stuff again. Excuse me. I've got itchy nose as well. Flosstube itchy nose. If anybody wants to know the colour conversion I've done for that, just send me a message and I'll let you know. I think it's pretty cat fluff, isn't it? Right, next up we have my my last Heaven and Earth design, my last full coverage piece. This is Mini Mermaid at Sunset by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Elena Lazareva, if I'm saying that right. I've definitely had this on the go for at least 2 years now. I remember working on it in the first lockdown. And it's about a third of the way through. I think I'm just touching on 40% if I remember right. But it's on 34,741 stitches complete. I'm stitching this on 25 count 1/1 full crosses. And this is where she's at. So you can see all the tops done, mermaid's face, and I'm moving down, doing the background behind her back, and then I'll be starting to move down to her tail, which will be nice this year. It would be nice to perhaps get to 2/3 done this year. I'm not giving myself too much of a lofty goal there, but yeah, I'm pleased with this. It's pretty. The plan is to put this in my bathroom. Well, I say my bathroom, the children's bathroom. This is our bathroom behind me. This is our ensuite because I'm in our bedroom, and then the children have got their own bathroom, and I think this would work nicely in there. It's not decorated yet, it's still just plain white because we moved into this house 2 years ago, so we've not got around to painting the bathroom yet. Sorry, I can hear shouting again. He doesn't play quietly. What was I saying about this one? But yeah, it's lovely. I thoroughly enjoy the 25 count 1/1. It works nicely. I know Heaven and Earth Designs advise 2/1 on 25 count, but it's too bulky for me, so 1/1 works beautifully. You can see that coverage is absolutely fine. If I go really close, it's still absolutely fine. So yeah, nothing wrong with the coverage of 1/1 on 25 count. Excuse me, I'm still struggling, aren't I? But yeah, so what was I saying? It's at 34,741 stitches complete. I can't remember how many there are in it in total. I think there's less than 100,000. Yeah, there's less than 100. It's only 243 by 325. It's not a massive chart, the mini. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could perhaps get this part of the tail and the background done, and then that would be my goal for next year, maybe finish the bottom of it. No hurry on this one. It's not got a deadline. As and when. I do like working on it though. I haven't worked on it for a while actually. It's another one that's sort of been languishing at the bottom of the WIP basket. Alright, what have I got left? Another sip. I don't think there's many left actually looking at my list. So this is another one of my Plum Street bags. This is Winter Wienerland. Stitched this not last year, year before I think. Finished it into a project bag. Yeah, love those dogs. And there's not a Christmas project in it. In fact, it's quite the opposite of a Christmas project. I'm so sorry about the shouting. This is Spring Awakening by Little Dove Designs. I've already stitched Autumn Glows and showed you the finish, and that was sat in my kitchen for the season of autumn, 3 months of autumn. There's a Christmas picture up in its place at the moment, but yeah, this one I don't think I'm going to have it finished by March. Maybe. Let's see how far I am, shall we? I'm not as desperate to get this one done as I am Spring House, but it's over halfway. Not doing too badly, is it? But I'm stitching this on 28 count ivory Lugana, because yeah, that's the thing. When I do the next two, I've still got to do Summer Blooms and Winter Warmer, summer and winter version of this pattern, and I want to do them on 28 count so they're all the same size. So ordinarily you'll see I work mostly on 32 count. That's my sweet spot. But yeah, it's lovely bright colours in this one. I'll probably work more on this one as we get into spring, if I'm honest. But so there's no immediate hurry to finish this in time for spring. I don't think I'm going to have time to finish it before spring. Only a couple of months to go, isn't there? There's only a couple of months till spring. But yeah, this one, it's on paper. That's because I've got the magazine that this was in. This was in Cross Stitcher April 2018. Yeah, I loved these when I first saw them come out. The autumn one came out first and I stitched that first. And then the winter one came out and I've got the magazine for that, which I'll show you in a bit because it's in my plans. And then got the spring magazine, and then summer I actually got when I had my Readly subscription. I got the summer one. The intention is to do them all. You'll probably notice I quite like to do a series. If there's like a series of patterns and I like one, I tend to like them all. Like the Cats and Mandalas, that's a series. The Plum Street Dogs, it's a bit like a series. There's sort of one for seasons as well as, you know, special holidays and things. And then yeah, the House for All Seasons. These. Yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for. I have to be careful at the moment what I'm picking because I think I've got at least 3 seasonal pieces at the moment. I don't want everything to be seasonal, although I do quite like them. Anyway, I digress. What else have I got? What's in this one? I can't remember. Aha, yes. So this is a Christmassy bag again that I made Christmas this year. But it's not housing a Christmas project. I don't think I have any. No, I've got no Christmas projects on the go at the moment. It's just not the season. I'm funny, you know, Christmas is over, so I don't want to stitch it. But this is housing one of my newer starts, Alice in Wonderland, by Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy. Ignore the colour on this. Is like my printer's running out of toner, but we have one of those printers that has like a subscription to toner, and they tell you not to replace the toner. And I've got a new toner ready, but they tell you not to replace it until the computer tells you to replace it. Yeah, I pay like £1.99 a month, and they just send me toner when we need it. But yeah, it's kind of in a toner save mode at the moment. It's not as pale and washed out as this picture is. I'm stitching this on 32 count Moonlighting by Sparklies. I picked this up at the Knitting and Stitching show end of last year when I visited. I have a needle minder on its way for this one because I didn't have a suitable needle minder, and you'll see at the moment my needle is in my fabric, but it's not been there long, I promise. Let me fold this in a way that you can see it. There we go. So I haven't worked on this anymore since my last video but that's where it's at the moment. So you can see there's Alice, her hair, and part of her dress. She's leaning over the pocket watch. There's a lot of blends in this. There's a lot of backstitch. If it's not finished this year, I'm not worried. But the fabric is absolutely beautiful from Sparkly's. My first piece of Sparkly's fabric. No, it's not. No, it's not. That was Sparkly's fabric. I'm sure it was. No, it wasn't. That's R&R Reproductions. I know what was on Sparkly's fabric. It's one of my other finishes. It was Pussycat Pussycat. That was on Sparkly's fabric. Anyway, I digress. This is the first piece I actually bought from Sparkly's herself. I think the last piece was through one of the others. But yeah, that's Alice in Wonderland. And I am doing that with the cord for colours because it's just EMC. Okay, one more, last one. And this is my most recent start. If you follow my Instagram, you'll see this was my New Year, New Start. In my beautiful Dragonflies bag that's fairly new, with the gorgeous rainbow inside. And again, ignore the cover picture, it is in like toner save mode, it is nice in this. But I'm working on my very first Owl Forest embroidery, Hummingbirds. Yeah, you can just about see it says Hummingbirds at the bottom there. I was, it came about because there's a new black sampler by Owl Forest Embroidery doing the rounds on Instagram at the moment, and I saw it and I did really like it, but it just wasn't something I particularly wanted to start at the moment. I think it's nice and I do think I might do it one day, but it took me to Owl Forest Embroidery's website and I've never really had a good look around on there. I do have a few freebies from them saved on my Google Drive, but I started looking at the PDF charts. This was New Year's Eve, thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a new start tomorrow? What have I got? You know, what fabric have I got? And I came across this and I just thought that's so beautiful. I really like it. Now, the colours in this do not do it justice. It's much nicer in real life. So let's show you where I'm at. Now, I'm using the second half of my Willow Green 32 count. And here's my start. There's just over 900 stitches in this. I'm using Call 4 DMC because I had them all in stock. Let me fold it over, that's better. I mean, they advise using Owl Forest Embroidery's own colours, but I wasn't prepared to wait for those to arrive. So I went ahead and did it with the DMC, and they are absolutely beautiful colours. And it's gorgeous, it's so much fun to stitch, and it's so pretty. And I've completely fallen down the rabbit hole because there is a dragonfly chart. Yeah, this is Hummingbird. There's a dragonfly chart and there's a kingfisher chart that I think look absolutely beautiful. And I think all three together would make a lovely display piece. So that's my intention. I would like to stitch the two more of them. There are loads of other beautiful bird ones. I mean, hummingbird, kingfisher, they're birds, obviously. There's a cardinal one. There's like a blue tits one, or something like that. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I fell for this one. I checked because they had the floss list available. I checked I'd got all the colours in stock. I knew I got a piece of fabric suitable and big enough, so I ordered it there and then, printed it off, and voila. It's lovely when you can do that. You can just go on somebody's website and you're ready to start. Brilliant. But yeah, that's my first Owl Forest Embroidery, Hummingbirds. Beautiful. And that was, yeah, my New Year, New Start. So yeah, I did 917 stitches on this. And I think 7,000 in total, because it is Pattern Keeper compatible, which was brilliant. I was able to put it onto Pattern Keeper. So that is all of my WIPs, people. That's all of them. So I'm going to take this moment to have a sip of water. And then I'm going to talk to you about plans, but before that, Hummingbirds. This is another Hummingbirds bag, and this is a giveaway that I announced on my latest Flosstube video. So if you look back in my feed, the last video I posted, which was Flosstube number 17, I do believe. I've got this up for grabs. There's a keyword. You need to say the keyword in the comments and you'll be in with a chance to win this. I will draw for this bag in my next Flosstube update, which will be in a couple of weeks. I have now added a zipper pull, and inside you've got the Hummingbird fabric at the top there, and then this beautiful rainbow wave fabric inside. And yeah, this is a bag made by my own fair hands. It's not perfect. I'm still a bit of a beginner sewer, but it's pretty. And if you would like to win that bag, please go and watch my last video, be a subscriber, and you'll be with a chance to win this. Gorgeous. Right, let's talk plans. Plans. Have another list. Oh, I feel a bit headachy. I'm not going to be too much longer. We're up to an hour now. So, plans. Right, I have 3 Heaven and Earth designs that I want to start this year. So let's go through those first. I have mentioned them before, but we're going to go over them again. First one I want to talk about is another arena garnish over. I want to start this one. Time of Butterflies. That's her cat Mocha again. Seal colour point ragdoll. In and amongst the flowers with the butterflies. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's not huge. It's 450 by 434. So a little bit bigger than my darling, but I'm planning on stitching this on 25 count 1/1 full crosses. So the fabric will actually be a bit smaller than what my darling's on. But I love Arena's artwork. I could stitch all of her pieces, I swear. They're so pretty. So lifelike. She's such a good artist. She's here in the UK. She actually lives up in Yorkshire. And she's drawn several of my friends' ragdoll cats. I have a lot of friends with ragdolls because I'm in the ragdoll world, if you like. And I know quite a few breeders. And yeah, lots of people have had Arena draw their cats. And they're absolutely stunning. I love them. So I want to start another Arena, and I want to start it sooner rather than later. I've just got to order the fabric for this one. So it's on I have a cross-stitch shopping list here. Fabrics that I need, charts I need to buy, and flossers that I need to buy. So I'm nice and organised, and next time I place an order, I can add some of these on. Just budget. It's stopping me at the moment, otherwise I just buy everything. But it's January, and yeah, last pay is going to last until the end of January. No chance at the moment of buying any fabric. So that's, excuse me, one of my next new starts. Next one, again, you've seen it before. This is Cardinal Cottage by Donna Gelsinger. I've had this chart for a while now. It's a little intimidating. It's big. It's not huge, but it's big. 525 by 700. So it will be my biggest ever. It's more than double the size of my darling. So my darling's took me 4 years. This one's going to take at least 8. But it doesn't matter. It's the process, right? And I think just having that, I mean, I'd only have it up at Christmas, wouldn't I? Really? Or perhaps just over the winter period. I wouldn't want this on display in summer, I don't think. But it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. I love cardinals. We don't seem to have them in the UK. I'm assuming they're an American native bird. I've never really researched cardinals, but no, we don't have them here. I've never ever seen one in person, but I think they are so pretty. I do like birds. We had birds when I was a child. They're very messy, which is why I've not got one now. I used to keep chickens. But yeah, we had a budgie and we had a cockatiel when I was young, and I always had a bit of a bond with them. Something about feathered creatures that I like. I've got most of the DMC in stock already in my stash. Again, just need a piece of fabric and I can start that. So I'm planning on doing that on 28 count, easy count, and I think I'm going to do it 2/110 because it'll go a bit faster, and I do like 2/110. The unicorn is 2/110 on 28 count and it works perfectly fine. So that's the plan for that one. Just buy the fabric. And then my last full coverage, this one was a freebie. It's not anymore. I don't know whether you can purchase it. It's artwork by Hannah Disney, Maui Princess. I remember whenever Heaven and Earth Designs put up a freebie, if I happen to be in the right place at the right time, I will download it. Some of you are going to be really upset. I have, what's it called? The map. I can't think what it's called now. Map of Middle Earth or something. The one that was really rare and lots of people wanted it, and it was only available for a very short period of time, and I was one of the people who managed to save it, and I have no plans to start it. So it's sitting on my Google Drive. I can't pass it to anyone, it's not allowed, but I do have it. But yes, if you ever see, I'm on the Heaven and Earth Facebook group, if you ever see that they've putting out a freebie and it's limited edition, I always just go and grab it, because there's no limited amount of downloads. I haven't stopped anybody else getting it. And I always download it to my Google Drive, because one day I might start it, one day. But yeah, this has been in my Google Drive for a little while now, and I know my little girl would love that. It's just her sort of thing. I have coloured in artwork by Hannah Disney before. I used to be a card maker, and I used to legally buy and download her artwork so you could colour it in. And there's just something so familiar about this. But yeah, she's got the parrot on her hip, quite like that. And I like the fact that this is all sort of black outlines and then you fill it in. So yeah, this is on my list. I want to start this. I want to start this one. And again, I can see I've got a list on the back here of DMC colours that I need. That might have changed now because I have ordered some more since. But I'm going to do this one on 28 count easy count as well. Because how big is it? 400 by 500. So it's a sort of mid-sized one. But I don't want it to come out too big. So those are my 3 full coverage starts that I want to start at some point this year. There's no time scale on when I'm going to start them. Maybe I'll treat myself for my birthday and stuff like that. We'll see. But they're on my want to start list. Next one, I got something for Christmas. First saw this particular pattern on Millie Ellie Stitches. She's not posted for a while. I hope you're alright, Millie. But she had this one and I saw it and oh my god, I want to stitch that. And it's nothing like anything else I've got. And it's Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. Isn't that just so pretty? Now, I'm not into samplers as such, not proper samplers. I don't like alphabets. I know that sounds really strange, but I can't bear the idea of stitching an alphabet, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I do like samplers, but the alphabet always puts me off. But then I saw this one, and with that big pink house, and the cardinals, again, they're cardinals, those birds, male and a female. And yeah, I just think it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. So I put this on my Christmas wish list, and my mum asked me back in November, what would you like? There's a chart, I wouldn't mind. And I sent her a link, and she not only bought me the chart, but she bought me the called for floss. So I've got a mixture of classic colourworks and weeks, and I think, yeah, there's some gentle arts as well. Sorry, it's a hot mess. So yeah, I've got some really, really pretty flosses. I can't show you them all in one hand. That's some of them. And some of them are very, very similar. Some of these weeks, I mean, these two look almost identical to me. I've got Putty and Sage, and don't they look like identical? But yeah, there's also, we've got Palomino and Olive. Lots of these colours are very similar. That one's Sandcastle. Dropping them all. And then the house is in this colour, Conch. I've actually discovered I need 2 of these. Mum wasn't to know, so I'll order another one. And this beautiful wood rose. That's such a pretty colour. I'm chucking them all over the floor again. Hazelnut and Havana. But yeah, so I've got a nice little stash there of beautiful hand-dyeds. Are they hand-dyed colour? Oh, I don't know. But yes, that's... I just need fabric again. I'm planning on stitching this on... I want to do it in a... Now, the code for is Brenda's Brew Linen by R&R Reproductions, which is that colour there, which looks nice and the colours all pop on it, which is great. But I'm envisaging this on a light bluey grey, and I've not decided what colour I want yet. I need a 36 count because I want to stitch it 1/2. But yeah, I'm seeing a light bluey grey for that. That'll look nice. As opposed to, because I'm worried that all these very similar shades of greeny, browny, neutrally colours will disappear on like a tan fabric. So yeah, I'm thinking they'll pop on a light blue. We'll see anyway. I need to buy the fabric and then I can start this one. Let's just pop those away. Plan new starts. Ah, right. Next one. I mentioned it earlier. Last one in my Houses for All Ceilings is Summer House. There's nothing stopping me starting this. I have a piece of light blue Ada that I'm going to stitch it on. Anything that might not pop so much as the light blue swirl there, but I'm not worried, the rest of it will. And I think it'll look nice on a light blue summery. I've got the floss, I've got the fabric, nothing's stopping me starting that, except I want to finish Spring House first. So that one's another planned new start for this year. And along the same lines, oh, I know it. Where did I put that one? Talking to myself. I mentioned this earlier as well. Where's it gone? I've had this magazine quite a while, it started to fall apart. Here we go. Winter Warmth by Little Dove Designs. That's that one. Just turn it straight. This is, yeah, the winter version of, so I've done Autumn Clothes, I'm working on Spring Awakening. I need to do the winter version and I need to do the summer version. So that's the winter version and that's in this Cross Stitch magazine, which is January 19. Gosh, that magazine's 3 years old. I've had the pattern 3 years. Where's my other one? Aha, there she is. And then this is the summer version. Summer Blooms, also by Little Dove. This is, I've got it on paper. I just need fabric for those two actually because I need 28 count. I'm planning on doing this on a light blue, the other one on a light grey. I think that'll work nicely. I've mentioned I want to do Kingfisher by Our Forest Embroidery. Oh yeah, one more. I've got, oh no, 2 more. This is my autumn bag. And here lives my next Plum Street Halloweenies. Sorry, oh you can see the glee. I really see, look, you see my setup there, look. Halloweenies by Plum Street. It's the Halloween version of the 2 sausage dogs. I think it's super cute. I got this, I was going to start it Halloween last year, just gone, but I never got round to it. I've got fabric and I'm going to tea and coffee dye this piece of 32 count Murano in, I think this is mushroom. I'm going to tea and coffee dye this, but I need the floss. I did look at the DMC equivalent and it just wasn't as nice. It doesn't look like they do in the picture. So I want the called fors, which are Gentle Arts and Classic Colourworks. So they are on my shopping list to get. And then I can start that one. And yeah, that lives in my Halloween bag. I don't really do Halloween. I like autumn, but I don't do an awful lot of Halloween. But I am going to do a little bit more this year. I've got a few smalls. I haven't shown you any of my smalls. They'll just come in and out as they do. But yeah, I love that bag. And then last but not least, I haven't got the chart, but I have the fabric. And it's in here. Into Mummy. Excuse the rattling, I'm sorry, I should have got this out earlier. And it's in a really rattly piece. Oh, that sounds awful, doesn't it? I've showed you this fabric before, it's Dark Goddess by Sparklies. I picked this up, it's out. Picked this up also at the Knitting and Stitching Show when I got the blue piece. And that's the fabric. I think it's gorgeous. Not a huge piece. In fact, I haven't checked that the piece I want to put on it will fit actually. Those two count. And I want to stitch Gwen by Nora Corbett, The Bewitching Pixies. I think she would look nice on this. She's in a green dress. I'll pop a picture in of which chart I'm talking about. But I think that'll look really nice on this. And it's got that Halloween vibe. So see, I'm saying I don't stitch Halloween, but I want to stitch a witch on this. I think that'll work really nicely. If not, I might have to think about doing something on it that way up. But we'll see. And I need to buy the chart and the beads. I think that'll be a 1, 2, 3 stitch order. Unless I get it from Hawkins Hobbies. They're the only sort of company in the UK that seem to stock it. I've not seen it on Lakeside or Patchwork Rabbit, I don't think. They did have it at Crafty Kitten, but nobody knows what's happening with her at the moment. I'm still waiting for the fabric I ordered last year. I don't think it's ever going to come. So that, I believe, is everything. So yeah, planned new starts. Time of Butterflies by Heaven and Earth Designs, Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais, Cardinal Cottage by Heaven and Earth, Summer Blooms by Little Dove, Maui Princess by Hade, Halloweenies by Plum Street, Summer House by Brooks Books, Kingfisher by Owl Forest Embroidery. I'll pop a picture in of Kingfisher. Gwen by Nora Corbett, and Winter Warms by Little Dove. So those are my planned new starts for 2022. But yeah, the only one I could possibly start right now is Summer House. That's the only one I've got that's kitted, if you like. It's not fully kitted, I've just got all the supplies. So that is that. That is my plans and my whips for my very first WIP Parade. I hope this wasn't too long. I'm up to about an hour and 20 minutes now. Although I've got to do some editing, so it might be a bit shorter. But I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Thank you so much for joining me if you're new. Remember to enter my giveaway on my previous video, Flosstube number 17. I filmed just before Christmas. If you want to win that project bag, I will post it anywhere in the world. Please make sure you're a subscriber. And I hope to be back in a couple of weeks to show you the progress on what I'm working on. A few of them you've seen, some of them you won't have done. I'm planning on working some more on my darling today because I don't think I'm going anywhere because I'm still waiting for my COVID test results, so I can't leave the house. And I need to crack on with some crochet as well. I've not showed any crochet or diamond painting in this particular video, I've just stuck to cross stitch. So please be well, be safe, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye.